Dads of Erie.
That's right. It's episode 91 of Dads of Erie.
The hiatus is over.
Since, let me tell you, when did we last do this?
It doesn't matter. We're back.
It's back. Well, that's right. That doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
April
We're
7th.
Wow. Of 21 or 22?
22 at least. It was this year.
This year.
It was this year.
Welcome back.
You welcome back.
We have a great episode for you today.
We do?
Yeah, man.
Have we prepared?
No, because we are retreating this weekend.
Up in Buena Vista.
And hanging out.
Yep.
And had some space to do this.
Yes, we did. Some time.
You having a good weekend?
Yeah. You?
What's your favorite part of this weekend so far?
I can tell you what my least favorite part is. You snoring.
What's your favorite part?
I didn't know you ran a sawmill at night as a side gig.
I've been known to cut down some trees.
Yeah, you were cutting down a whole forest. Deforestation is your fault.
All right.
No, I've had a good time. I love the food up here.
Yeah,
it's always good.
It's always good. We went to Rock House.
Rock House is good. Apparently, though, we should have went to Quincy's.
No,
I'm just saying. Prime rib. You're not into prime rib. You don't like meat.
You know, I like
vegan on me now.
No.
Oh,
it's okay. But
prime rib is just okay.
Rock House has the staple for the last 5 years I've come to.
What?
Love Rock House. That place. That
you
we
just
ate.
like it? Oh.
Yeah, every time I'm through this area and I'm
there.
lunch or dinner. Yeah,
It was pretty good.
yeah. There's some great places in BV.
I know. For a little town in the middle of mountains, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It was maybe one of my favorite towns, but you made this observation that Angel Fire, New Mexico is one of my favorite towns, and BV is one of my favorite
And
towns.
I think there's a reason.
Yeah, what's the reason?
It's your fellow Texans.
There are a lot of Texans in both of those locations.
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
Also, I think it's anywhere you've been to a lot.
Yeah.
You find love for.
Yeah, man. That's
right.
right.
That's your jam.
That is my jam. Man, we got a lot of things ahead on this episode. First and foremost, man, I heard a really funny story today.
About?
I'm hanging out with one of the guys who owns Old Mine.
Yeah.
And he was saying that it came out in what's the not Denver West. It's the Review magazine. Westward.
Yeah.
As they had the best chicken wings in Boulder County, or like in the area.
In that area, in the Boulder area.
Best wings. And they were like, we haven't had wings on the thing for 2 years, and we won 2022 best wings.
Whoops. Somebody didn't do the research.
And so they put wings back on the menu.
Because now they have the best wings.
Yeah, totally.
They can claim it.
How funny is that?
That makes me doubt all of the best awards now.
Well, there's I was telling them, like, hey, in Dads of Erie land, there's a place in Erie that's won the best taco for the last 2 years.
Yes.
Like Birdhouse.
But it would be like you giving them the best taco and then they stop serving tacos.
Yeah, totally, right?
Yeah.
Which is sort of funny, but, the Old Mine is so good. And there's been a new item added to the menu.
Yeah.
Which is the
donuts.
Apple cider donuts.
Made with their cider.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not? I thought it was.
Oh, man, this is breaking news.
Breaking news.
They actually bring up the donuts from Lowback here. They bring
them all the way down?
Yeah.
Yeesh.
For desserts.
Wow.
How hilarious is that?
That's pretty crazy. That's a lot of work for donuts.
You know what?
That's a lot
they
of
have
drive
someone
for donuts.
who lives here and drives back.
That's still a lot of work for donuts.
How crazy is that? Anyways, he was really funny. He was like, we talked about the Old Mine a bunch of times, and he's like, I've never heard of your podcast.
Which one was it?
Yeah, it was Jaeger.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense. But anyways, it's funny, man.
I've known him since I was a kid. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Not that we're the coolest thing in town, but okay, yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, man. Okay, we also have some new restaurants in town, right?
We do. Well, R.I.P. We lost some few.
Oh, yes, we did.
We lost the Miner's Tavern.
Pour one out for the homies.
So, yeah. And it got replaced by Wapos, which we have not yet done. No. So we can't really review, but it's there. We've
got a new place to eat.
True that.
Yeah. And since we haven't reviewed that place, what else has happened in our town since April of
2022. Hey, it was at least this year.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't like
we went to homecoming this year.
That was awesome.
I actually think that's the best parade Erie does.
I think it was a lot of fun.
It's because everyone in the high school who's in a club or sport
got a float.
They got a float, and there's a competition.
Yeah.
So it produces actually great floats.
Instead of just, let me put some lights on this trailer.
Yeah,
or whatever.
totally.
Like the prayer lights, yeah.
How interesting is that, though?
It was fun. It was good. A lot of candy.
A lot of candy.
Kids made out with a lot of candy.
Yeah, pre-Halloween candy.
I know.
But the Erie Tigers...
Just FYI, if you come to my house for Halloween, you're going to get probably parade candy.
Oh, really?
Because there's so much of it.
Yeah, totally, man. That's really funny.
It'll be mixed in,
Yeah. But we also learned since April that Jay is not going to be in Dacono.
That's right.
He ended up in Erie.
We kept you in Erie.
The Vista Ridge.
Yeah. Ooh, you fancy now.
No.
Bougie.
Well, I was tired of the water flowing down from Erie Highlands to me for so
now
many
you're going
years.
to flow your water down to Vista Point?
Probably. It's going to go water to the golf course.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, man.
Reclaimed water.
Reclaimed water. But we are officially dads of Erie for foreseeable future.
That's right. We were questioning our future.
We were questioning. We had an existential crisis.
Do we become dads of Erie and Dacono?
Yeah, totally.
We don't have to cross that bridge.
We don't.
We burned that bridge. We don't care about that bridge. It's gone.
We have to cross it to get back into Erie from off I-25, though.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to totally burn it, but we don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, totally.
Forget that water tower.
But since April, there's been some great things that have happened on some of our favorite platforms, especially in the Star Wars category.
It's true. A whole another show.
We've had two shows.
2 shows?
Yeah, Java. I always say that wrong. Not Java. Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. Obi-Wan. And now
Andor. Have you watched any of those?
I haven't watched any of them yet.
Really?
Well, we watched Boba Fett and Obi-Wan. I have not watched Andor yet.
I was down in Dallas just recently, not to sidetrack this, but I was with one of our favorite fans, John, my brother-in-law.
Shout out to John David.
Yeah. He actually took me to one of the coolest burgers in that town called the Laughing Goat. It was hilarious. No, Rodeo Goat. Like Laughing Goat.
Laughing Goat's in Boulder, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's a coffee
shop.
Yeah. Rodeo Goat. I messed that up. And it was sort of fun because they had some really unique burgers. Sort of like the Fuddrucker days.
Oh, those are fun.
Yeah.
I kind of miss those.
Yeah. There's a couple of restaurants that keep holding on to some of those vibes sometimes. But I was telling him, I was like, John, I've got to confess, Obi-Wan replaces some of the Star Wars movies for me.
Really?
And how good it was for my... And he totally disagrees, and he has his reasons. And I'm sure
with him. Yeah.
I'm sure you are too, but just
John David's a wise man.
The sheer storytelling of Obi-Wan is masterful. And he doesn't like where it went, but I like where it went and where it
My problem is I don't think it fits within the universe.
Yeah.
Because Leia and Luke,
in
this spoiler alert, I guess, have met Obi-Wan.
They didn't know who he was.
But in episode 4, they meet him again and they act like they never met the guy.
They didn't know who he was when they met him. Well, maybe Leia.
No, because at the end he says, he introduces himself to Luke.
It was Ben.
Yeah.
But it sort of actually helps the story in 4 where he goes to visit the old guy. He knows that he's out there. Uncle Ben's out there.
Luke a little less, but Leia a little more.
Yeah, totally.
Because the way she pleads out to him, it's not, hey, remember when you rescued me from the bad guys and come help me again, blah, blah, blah. It's, you fought with my dad in the Clone Wars.
Wow, I've never thought about that one. But I disagree because she reaches out to him. I don't know. I still like it.
But it wasn't, again, wouldn't you not say, hey, remember when you rescued me?
The sheer story of like where Vader is and what the rebels are doing and where Obi-Wan is so enlightening to me that it replaces a movie. Maybe it goes in with Rogue One in that era where it becomes a new movie in itself. Because that's how they started it, right?
But don't do that. Then pick a different character. That was what made Rogue One good, was that they didn't take They didn't take they took an existing storyline,
yes,
but we had no information on that storyline.
Yeah,
and ran with it.
Yeah.
Here, you're trying to work in somebody we know.
Yeah,
we've interacted with. We've seen him interact with other characters, and now you're trying to make him something different.
You make a good point. Maybe I'll reconsider this motion.
I think it's a great show on its own.
Yeah, it really is.
But I think as it fits in the larger Star Wars canon, it's a little weird.
And we're right now in the middle of Andor because they're releasing Wednesday to Wednesday. Which, does that drive you nuts now? They don't release the whole season at one time.
I think it kind of brings back. There's a little bit of a nostalgia.
Yes.
Of like, oh, you got to catch it on this day,
right?
Or whatever. You know how it used to be. Literally, you had to watch TV at the time it came on
Thursday night at 8 p.m.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Whatever was lost was.
Yeah,
it was at 8.
7 Central. Or whatever. Yeah. That's what you had to do. And there was kind of like an event to it. And I feel like some of that's been lost with the streaming. Mm-hmm. And I think trying to regain some of that is good because you still lose some of that because there's so much other streaming that it's like, not everyone's sitting down to watch Andor. Like you and I might because we're Star Wars nerds.
Yeah. Wednesday night. But like I haven't even started it. And then now you have because there's 8,000, I still need to watch Terminal List on Amazon. Yeah.
I still kind of want to give Rings of Power a chance. It's like how many choice and you've already watched some of those and then you may not care about other things that I'm going to watch or, so it's like we've lost some of that nostalgia, I think.
Totally. And some people actually even wait until that whole episode is released over the next 4 months and watch it in one weekend.
Which
so they sort of do that same
the binge watch.
Yeah, the binge watch. I guess that's where
because I think the binge has replaced the I got to sit down and because I remember going to friends' houses because 24.
Yeah, totally.
And you didn't know what was going to happen because it was a cliffhanger every week.
No doubt. Yeah, that's interesting.
I think that's been lost to the streaming, and then too that. Everyone was into it, and it was one of the few things on. Instead of I'm not watching that. I'm watching the Crown, or I'm watching the British Baking Show, or whatever.
There's so many things now that no one actually watches the same thing.
No, and especially not at the same time.
Yeah.
So I could see trying to regain some of that with the weekly release.
Totally, but it's a great show.
Yeah, I want to give it a chance because I like those characters from Rogue One.
He was such a great character in Rogue One. It's one of the better movies, right, of all time.
I think so. Yeah,
it's just up there. How fast and good it was. Yeah, and maybe it's because we didn't know anything about it.
Well, I think
it was all new,
and it gave them, the freedom to not be constrained by a character we did know.
Yeah,
and then we're not sitting there critiquing it like I just did with Obi-Wan, where I'm like, here's X, Y, and Z why it doesn't fit into the canon. Where you go, okay, cool. Yeah. All we know about these guys is that they got the plans, and then we presume they all died because the way they, Admiral Akbar says it came at a great loss.
Yeah.
Here we go. We get to see it.
Totally, no doubt. You know what these shows have done with the Star Wars saga?
What?
I've gone down the nerd rabbit hole now. I'm actually reading Star Wars books.
That's not a rabbit hole. That's like a wormhole. Like you're just getting sucked in.
Like a black hole. Whoosh. You know what? I watched Obi-Wan and I was like, I've got to catch up with some of these characters. So I started with there's a 2014 was the reset of the chronology of actually the canon of Star Wars material.
Okay.
Did you know this?
I did not know this.
Everything before that
is more nerdy than I even am.
This is becoming a Star Wars podcast. Really.
Welcome to Star Wars Talk with Jay and R.J. The Star Wars canon does not allow.
But it was a giant reset in the fiction writing so that they could have material and actually connect it the proper way.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm reading the post-20.
You'll have to give me the backstories then.
Yeah. It's a decent fiction. It's pretty decent fiction. So I've actually enjoyed it.
That's good.
Yeah. Also, since April of 2022, I keep going back to this, we have now the pump track.
Oh, that's right. That opened the whole new side of the rec center park.
For those who don't know, we talked a lot about what was going to be built. There is a sled. Oh, this is going to be fun this winter.
Sledding hill.
A sledding hill with the snow blower machine on top.
Yeah.
Have you seen that thing? We're going to actually have man-made snow on the sledding hill at times.
I know.
I think the staircase in the middle of the hill is going to be genius.
Yes.
so you can climb stairs back to the sledding hill.
You're not ruining the hill as you try to climb up.
Yeah. How interesting is that?
That's a good design. Somebody was thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, Erie's really stepped up their park games. I mean, it started with Clayton.
Yeah,
That was pretty cool, and that's been been a great addition.
We need to review these two parks, actually. Maybe we should review Clayton Park today, because Clayton's in Erie Highlands.
We've reviewed Clayton Park before.
The bathrooms, the no bathrooms?
Yeah, we definitely talked about that.
I think so.
But
we played a lot of Little League out there afterwards. So we've been out there a lot longer now.
Yeah.
We got a true review maybe coming someday. Sure. But we also had the pump track, which over this last summer we spent a lot of time out there. The evening
we really enjoyed it. Great shelters, great bathrooms.
Yeah, great bathrooms.
Great other stuff out there, the basketball court, the climbing stuff.
It's amazing our city takes every morning someone's out there cleaning that thing.
That's a hard job.
That is a very hard job, especially after our middle school boys
Gross.
of Erie middle are like
attacking it.
Ugh. And we also have a new Circle K. That thing is cool.
It is pretty cool.
Okay, has Circle K replaced Stop and Save for you?
What's Stop and Save?
That was the other one by Aspen Ridge.
Oh, that's what it's called?
Yeah, that's the name.
I call it the Shell.
It's the Shell, yeah. It's called Stop and Save.
I think so. It's a little bit nicer.
Do you think, you know what replaces it for me?
What?
The Slurpee choices.
The fact they have like 6 Slurpee flavors.
No, they have like 12.
They have 12?
Well, 9.
Yeah.
No.
They have like, what is it?
There's
3,
12.
3 machines and 4, is it 4 machines and 3 flavors each?
Yeah.
Eesh.
And 4 of those flavors are Mountain Dew flavors.
Which,
and
we know your love of Mountain Dew.
And there's a Dr. Pepper and a Coke on the same machine.
True.
Like, how amazing is that?
That's pretty cool.
We have arrived. That's our Slurpee machine. We're not just Coke and cherry anymore, people.
It's all the flavors.
Because that's what kept Burger King in my heart. Is that
the Coke Slurpees?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now Circle K has upped and blown out the water.
Would you put a Slurpee machine in your home?
No.
Why not?
I like the
Too much, too
pilgrimage.
dangerous,
I like
too
the
dangerous.
pilgrimage to the gas station.
Oh, okay. The adventure that comes with the gas station.
Yeah, totally. And I don't like them every day. I don't like them every week. But there's times in the month they just hit the spot. You're like, that's it. That's what I
true.
need.
There's times.
But the Circle K is pretty amazing, right?
It is. No, it's pretty nice it's nice having another gas station too.
It really is.
That's a little more en route sometimes.
And it's official now, too. We've had a lot of news in this cycle. You're catching up to Erie news, my friend.
Welcome to Erie.
You know, it's a podcast.
Yeah.
But the Starbucks is confirmed.
On County Line and basically next to Walgreens.
Someone said every mom's going to get in the drop-off for Aspen Ridge.
I said that, not someone.
Oh, yeah.
I said that.
That was funny.
I made that joke.
Make the joke.
I said it's going to be a direct drop-off line of cars from the drop-off line at Aspen Ridge to the drive-through at Starbucks.
Oh, no doubt, my friend. No doubt.
It'll just be like a snake of cars.
Mm-hmm. It'll be hilarious.
Yeah.
But we're having a Starbucks in the middle of town.
That's pretty cool. We've made it as a town, maybe. Close.
We have the Slurpee machine and Starbucks. We've arrived.
Your two loves, coffee and Slurpees.
Hey, man, I'm never leaving this town.
If we got a Wingstop.
Ooh, but we have the best wings in town now.
And a donut shop, we'd be set.
Wow. That's a whole nother level.
Just so everybody knows, because I'm not going to do it probably.
Yeah.
Daylight Donuts is free to franchise.
Really?
Yes.
Really? Well, how'd you find that out?
I looked it up one day.
You're like, I need to know.
Yeah, it's free to franchise. You just have to buy their ingredients. That's how they get you. But there's no like franchise fees. There's no. It's just you have to buy their. If you're going to be a Daylight Donuts, you have to buy their stuff. Yeah,
that's awesome. That's interesting to know. I wonder if one of our famous listeners or wealthy listeners are going to franchise.
Maybe a new listener.
Maybe a new listener is going to franchise into this town.
We could use a donut shop, Jaeger. This is probably the first episode you've listened to, Jaeger, but we could use a donut shop.
And you're only listening to because I'm going to link it to you in a couple of days. Like, hey, man.
Airdrop it to you later.
You got named. You got to listen to an episode finally. How funny is that?
Pretty funny.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right, let's get out of here. That was episode 91.
91 in the books.
We're back.
We're marching towards 100. Maybe see you next week.
Hey, you know where to find us. We're still on Instagram, I think. Unless they kicked us off. I don't know. At Dads of Erie. You can always email us. dadsoferie@gmail.com. You know what's up.
we love you guys.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for being so faithful to us
Yep.
and prodding us to this episode.
Yeah. Some of you. Yeah.
Peace out.
Bye.